Sam Mack is in Sydney today. I love this. You're doing 5 cultures in 5 days.
Yes, we are. Good morning, Koshi. Good morning, team. It's one of my favourite features to do on the show. We've done it a couple of times over the years, and what a spot to start. We are here with the Scottish community of Australia. Good morning. Love the Scots. Always bring great smiles, great enthusiasm, passion, music, dance, the food. There's a lot to go through this morning. So over the next few hours, we will be celebrating many different elements of the Scottish culture. And as we said, each day this week, a different culture will be showcased on the show. So looking forward to that. Now, you know this is the real deal. Within 30 seconds of me entering the building today, I was asked if I'd like to try some haggis. So they're authentic.
Right.
We're going to be showcasing a lot of the different elements of Scottish culture this morning. One of my favourite cultures. I've grown up with a lot of Scottish friends and family around football teams, so I'm really excited to share it with the show today.
I'll put hair on your chest. Haggis in the morning. All right. Thank you, Sam Mack.
Let's go to Sam Mack now, celebrating all things Scottish this morning.
That's right. Good morning, Sam. 5 cultures in 5 days this week, and we're starting with the Scots. Hello, everyone. Good morning. We're going to chat with Malcolm Buchanan here. Malcolm from the Scottish Australian Heritage Council. What are the pillars of Scottish culture for you?
For us, it is music, dance, language, food, the elixir of life, whiskey, of course, haggis,
Yeah.
iron brew,
Absolutely.
an incredible array of heritage and culture, particularly here in Australia.
There's a lot of Scots around, and I wanted to talk about the kilts and the tartan, so different tartans for different families. Tell me about yours, Buchanan.
This is the Buchanan clan. In fact, it's the modern tartan because it's got the very bright modern colours, and it really stands out. You can see this in a crowd from a long way away.
It's almost like a council worker version of a tartan. I like that. We can see you before we even parked and turned on the lights. I could see you.
Right, yes.
You're a beacon of hope and joy. So it's good to see you. More with you in a moment. But let's check your weather nice and early. You've come from Canberra this morning, and people have come from right around Sydney and beyond, which we appreciate. You realise the people who are passionate and love their culture, who are willing to do that on a public holiday at this time of the morning. So give yourselves a round of applause. Well done. We appreciate that. Scots Gaelic, tell me about that.
One of the traditional languages spoken principally in the western part of Scotland, but as a dying language, we're trying to, of course, resurrect that.
Well, this is a chance to keep it alive and keep people sharing it. So can you share a little bit with us this morning?
Well, essentially, of course, when we first meet, I should have said Cead Mile Falsha, Sam Bhuilean, which is 100,000 welcomes, Sam Macmillan.
Oh, that's lovely.
In Scots Gaelic.
Thank you very much. And I would have said, hey, you going? We're going to talk more about this. We're going to learn more about the Scottish culture. We've got dancing, we've got music, we've got food. There's a lot to showcase this morning. So a big morning ahead. And right through this week, every day we'll be showcasing a different culture. And that's part of what makes our country so brilliant.
Where is the Macmillan tartan? Why haven't you got?
Is there a Macmillan tartan?
Yes, indeed.
I feel like I should know this. I'm just going to Google image that. Yeah, I have been told about it in the past. I don't own one, but my parents are more of an Irish background, but there's Scottish sort of a few generations back. But we'll investigate that.
Macmillan would definitely be a Scottish name, don't you think?
Yeah, no
Macmillan.
idea. Macmillan.
Bar is. My granddad was from Perth in Scotland, so yeah,
And
I've got it.
Macpherson, we've got a
Should
Scottish.
be, yeah.
we've got a
Lots of
tartan.
people are.
Yes.
Remember this name, Sam Mack.
Macmillan.
He has all your weather.
I do. Good morning, Koshi, and good morning to our friends here in the Scottish community. Hello. We're doing 5 cultures in 5 days this week, starting with Scotland today. And this is David from David's Larder, or as the Scottish people say, David's Larder. Is that right?
You're no far from the truth.
Talk me through, so you're in North Ryde, talk me through this Scottish-based butcher, is it?
It is. We've got a butcher shop where we do free-range meats, but most importantly our Scottish range. We've got our haggis, square sausage, tatty scones or potato scones, Scotch pies that are classic, black pudding, And if you're game enough later, I've got some toasties for you. A bit of melted cheese and a wee bit of haggis and some black pudding as well.
Okay, I like how you led with the melted cheese. Oh, that sounds good. Wee bit of haggis. And, should we just go through, because I'm sure a lot of people watching have heard of haggis, but they might not know precisely what's in it. Are you game? There's children here. Are you game to say what is in haggis?
Absolutely. There's a bit of a misconception, I'd say. There's a bit of liver, mixed oatmeal, fresh onions, bit of stock, a nice spicy seasoning, and that's it. It's absolutely delicious.
I thought it was sheep's lungs.
There is a bit of that in it as well.
I noticed you didn't lead with that.
There's a lot of stuff in there that he's not mentioning.
Okay, yeah.
Basically
I guess
like a
we were
sausage.
talking before, kind of like a sausage. I mean,
Yes.
exactly. People had sausages, snags over the weekend. Are you saying there's a lot of similarities?
Absolutely, and it's a fantastic time. We've just had Robert Burns on the 25th, the day before Australia Day, so everybody comes out of the woodwork and gets straight into it.
All right, well, hands up if you want to try some haggis after the weather. Yeah. All right, you saw the hands that went up. We're going to see if they're telling the truth after your weather. Hello, what's your name?
Nia McCulloch.
And you're going to give it a try, and you've had it before. Go for it. Whenever you're ready, take that bite, and then you can tell Australia just what it tastes like. Whenever you're ready, go for it. Yeah, thank you very much. Look at that. It's just a casual sanger in the morning, bit of cheese, some haggis, and how would you describe it for those that have never tried it? What is it like?
It really is a sausage in flavour. The cheese is a lovely additive, but yeah, just try it. That's all I can say.
So maybe in a few years, out the front of Bunnings, you have like a haggis sandwich. Maybe that could be next. Very nice. Thank you for sharing that with us, David, from David's Larder. What we're going to do right now, though, is you can't have a Scottish morning without some amazing Scottish music. This is Scotland the Brave. Let's do it, guys. Love this. Yes. And good morning to everyone in Collaroy who had an Australia Day party yesterday and is waking up a little hungover. Welcome to Monday morning public holiday. You've got to love the Scottish culture, guys. We're going to be back with more in half an hour. 5 cultures in 5 days. Scotland the Brave.
Sam Mack is in Sydney this morning with all your weather.
We are. Good morning, Sam. This week we're doing 5 cultures in 5 days. One of my favourite things to do on the show, to celebrate all of the different cultures and nationalities that make up our legendary country of Australia. Good morning to the Scottish community today. Scots are out in force. We love that. We've got a lot to show off with them this morning. We've had haggis already this morning, learning about Scots Gaelic. Coming up soon, we've got dancing, we've had live music, so much great elements of this culture to show off. So more with the Scottish people soon. This week we are doing 5 cultures in 5 days. So this morning we're kicking it off with the Scottish culture. Good morning, everybody. Hello. Wonderful crowd in here this morning. A different culture each day this week. More on the Scottish culture in just a moment. Let's check your forecast. We have Rod from the Common Gaelic Australia. Round of applause for Rod, everybody. Rod, so you teach people the language, the Scots Gaelic. What can you share with us about Scots Gaelic?
So it's a language spoken by about 60,000 people in the world, but it's under threat, and we try and teach Gaelic all around Australia, and we're really encouraged by the amount of interest. Things like Outlander in the use of Gaelic, and that program has encouraged people to learn Gaelic, so we're going forward with that.
Can we get an example? For example, everyone knows this as whiskey, but you can tell us why it's known as whiskey.
Well, it's ushka, water, bear, life, the water of life. And if you have lots of whiskey, like 3 glasses of it, you have galore. So it's whiskey galore, ushka bear galore.
Oh, so that's where the word galore, we all know as like lots of anything. That's where the word comes from.
That's a Gaelic word.
Barbecues galore. Scottish heritage. I didn't know that.
It's Scots Gaelic, yes, from the Highlands.
Well, should we have a wee dram? Is that what it's called?
A wee dram.
All right. Well, Solange, which means
health, good health.
Very nice.
He has to test it.
That's great. It's very early. Seasoned whiskey drinker, not seasoned. Can we get Dave over here, though? Round of applause for Dave, the Wild Scotsman. Dave, you were telling me before, and this might be of use to our audience, you have a hangover cure.
Absolutely. I mean, if you have the water of life, you then have to have a little bit of haggis, some iron brew.
Oh, iron brew. Everyone, you see this around the place. Tell us about iron brew.
Oh, iron brew is very much a famous Scottish drink, and it is great to have in the morning. With eggs, of course. And so you have the haggis, the eggs, the iron brew, and it gets you up and running. So it's really, really good.
Well, we are set. We've got the party started, and we're going to have some dancing very soon. You guys ready to dance? We've got the youngsters in here, Highland dancing. It is the Scottish culture today. This is the first day of 5 cultures in 5 days.
Okay, let's go to Sam Mack celebrating all things Scottish this morning.
Good morning, Sam. Yes, we are. One of my favourite cultures, the Scottish culture. Good morning, everyone. Hello. Big turnout here this morning. We're going to see some Highland dancing in a moment. What's quite interesting about this group, though, is, Elizabeth, we have kids and dancers from so many different areas, many of them dancing together for the first time today.
That's right. They're from 10 different studios, from as far afield as Lithgow, Penrith, Gosford, Panania, Rozelle. Penrith,
It's all
yes.
happening. I love it. Young Baxter over here, one of our youngest. What age can they start to learn Highland dance?
They can start earlier, but they start competing at 4 years old.
That's so cool. What an exciting opportunity. They're about to do show us their skills on TV. I want to chat with the girls over here quickly, though. We've got Imogen and Gabby. Tell me, what do you love about Highland dancing?
Well, you can make lots of friends, and it's fun because you get trophies.
Trophies are always fun. What are the challenging things about Highland dancing? What are the difficult parts?
Getting the steps right.
Oh, yeah, okay. Now, I want to know the significance of the swords. Tell me about those.
So there's two people. One's fighting, and then the person stabs the other person, and then they lay the sword down on the person, and then they dance over them.
Wow, that sounds pretty savage.
Yes.
Have fun, kids. So whiskey, swords, kids, what could go wrong? I love the Scottish culture. Okay, in a moment we're going to see them dance. Are you ready, everyone? Are you ready? Yeah. 3, well, let's do it. The song is called Gilly Callum. It's 5 cultures in 5 days, and this is some Highland dancing, Scottish culture. The live bagpipes as well, love that. As I mentioned, they can start from the age of 4 and then go all the way through. Great way to keep the Scottish culture alive and kicking in 2020. Many of these kids have visited Scotland with their families, their grandparents are Scottish. So proud they would be to see them in the traditional garb, doing their thing, and not getting injured by the swords, which is also important. They are real swords. Oh, that was wonderful. Make some noise, everybody! Scottish culture, love it. We're back with more in half an hour.
Lovely.
All right, Sam.
Thank you for that commentary, Sam.
I do. Good morning, Koshi. Enjoying spending the morning with the Scottish culture. We're doing 5 cultures in 5 days this week. Good morning, everybody. Looking amazing. We've already seen some of their dancing skills, Highland dancing. We've got more of that coming up soon. The bagpipes, the food, the whiskey. It's all happening here this morning. If you want more information, if you have Scottish relatives, Scottish Australian Heritage Council, their website has info on all the events happening through the year related to the Scottish culture, and there's plenty of great ones as well. Let's do a check of your weather. Let's get some close-up to those amazing costumes, loving the traditional wear. Great to see you all, big smiles on the faces, great talents, the Highland dancers as well they've been showing. They've come from a number of different spots around Sydney and New South Wales as well to join today as one. Well done, team. More of them in action very soon. Scottish culture today, more in half an hour.